In a significant move, India voted in favor of a draft resolution at the United Nations General Assembly that's got UNGA that called for an immediate humanitarian ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas conflict and the unconditional release of all hostages. The resolution, introduced by Egypt, was adopted by the 193-member UNGA during an emergency special session on Tuesday, December 13, 2023. The resolution received overwhelming support with 153 nations voting in favor while 23 abstained and 10 voted against the text. Sponsored by Algeria, Bahrain, Iraq, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates and Palestine, among others, the resolution emphasized the urgent need for a humanitarian ceasefire in Gaza and reiterated the demand that all parties adhere to their obligations under international law, particularly regarding the protection of civilians. The resolution also demanded the immediate and unconditional release of all hostages as well as ensuring humanitarian access. However, it notably did not name Hamas, prompting the United States to propose an amendment calling for the inclusion of a paragraph explicitly condemning the terrorist attacks by Hamas in Israel and the taking of hostages. India voted in favor of the US amendment, demonstrating its support for condemning Hamas action. This marks a shift from India's previous stance in October when it abstains from voting on a similar resolution in the General Assembly that called for an immediate humanitarian truce and unhindered humanitarian access in the Gaza Strip. The vote in the UNGA came shortly after the 15-nation UN Security Council failed to adopt a resolution on the Israel-Hamas conflict. The resolution, tabled by the United Arab Emirates and backed by over 90 member states, received 13 votes in favor but was vetoed by the United States, a permanent member of the Council. The Israel-Hamas conflict has resulted in significant casualties and injuries. According to reports, more than 1,200 people, including 33 children, were killed in a terror attacks by Hamas and other Palestinian armed groups on October 7. The UN Office of the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs reported that at least 18,205 Palestinians have been killed in Gaza, with approximately 70% being women and children, and around 49,645 have been injured. Beyond the report.